Unnecessary bill.
We are not in a nightclub.
Mr. President, we don't want it to be killed. We just want a bit of modification. We don't want the bill killed, but it should be slight modifications. It's a necessary bill.
Distinguished Senator Natasha, in the chamber, you have to be recognized before you speak.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, we are not in a nightclub.
Any senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that the content of breach of privilege has been
allowed suspension immediately.
Senator Natasha to face Senate disciplinary panel over outbursts. What actually is happening between Senator Natasha and Senate President Godswill Akpabio? What is going on between them? You know, this matter never started today. This matter started since this woman came to the Senate. Before this particular matter started, last year, Senator Natasha was on the floor of the National Assembly and she was making a point, but the Senate President was not giving her an audience that she needed. And she was trying to call the attention of the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. To no avail. The Senate President never gave her that attention. So she started talking. And you know, at the floor of the National Assembly, you must be recognized before you speak. Okay, let us agree that you must be recognized before you stood and start talking. Let us agree that she has made a mistake. But the way Akpabio corrected her was not in order. How can you tell a member of the Senate, a member that was elected the way you are being elected into the Senate, that this is not a nightclub? This is very unfair to her and to the women of Nigeria. Come on, how can you tell a distinguished member of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that this is not a nightclub? That is to say that Senator Natasha don't know why she was in the Senate. She only came to the Senate maybe to gallivant, to while away her time, a distinguished member. As if we have seen the last, because at the end of the day, Senator Godswill Akpabio, or the Senate President, apologized to Senator Natasha. But this year, the matter started again. And according to Natasha, she said that her seat was changed without informing her. Not only that her seat was changed without informing her, she was taken to the back near the cameraman, where nobody can see her, where she will not be recognized. And according to her too, once your seat keep on going back, if you are not sitting in the front near the Senate President, you will not be recognized. It will be very difficult for you to contribute in the Senate House once your seat is not closer in the front. And now they took her to the extreme end, very far. In addition, she never stopped there. She said most of the committee that she is inside or she is chairing, they took those committee, or they took her away from those committee. They took her away from so many international committee that she is in. And when she tried to call the Senate President to order, the Senate President asked that she should be walked out from the Senate, that she should be suspended. According to the report reaching us few hours ago, Senator Natasha is going to face Senate disciplinary panel over her outburst, over all the things she said to Akpabio before she stood down that day. According to the latest report we got this evening again, Senator Natasha drags Akpabio orders to court for 1.3 billion over alleged defamation. The senator representing Kogi Central in the Senate, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has dragged the President of Nigeria's Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio before High Court for allegedly defaming her. The lawmaker had voiced her concern after her seat was reassigned due to a reshuffle triggered by opposition members switching to the majority wing. She had resisted the relocation, and this led to a clash between her and the Senate President. However, in the suit filed before the Federal Capital Territory High Court on February 25, 2025, the President of the Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the senior legislative aide to the Senate President, Mfon Patrick, were listed as second to third defendants. In the suit marked CV/737/25, Akpoti-Uduaghan, through her lawyer, Victor Giwa, claimed that the words by the Senate President and published by his aide on his Facebook page with the title, "His Local Content Committee of the Senate, Natasha's Birthright," where he stated that claimant, though being a lawmaker, is all about pancaking her face and wearing transparent outfits to the chambers. Giwa noted that the statement on Akpoti-Uduaghan was defamatory, provocative, disparaging, and lowered her dignity in the eyes of her colleague and right-thinking members of the public. Among others, the senator sought the following from the High Court: a declaration that the words "it is a bottled anger" by the Kogi lawmaker, who knows nothing about legislative rules. She thinks being a lawmaker is all about pancaking her face and wearing transparent outfits to the chambers, used and written by the third defendant at the prompting of the first and second defendants, is defamatory and intended to cause public opprobrium and disaffection towards the claimant by members of the public. Her release partly read, Akpoti-Uduaghan urged the court to restrain the defendants or associate from publishing defamatory words against her on any platform. An order of perpetual injunction restraining the defendants, whether acting by themselves or through the agents, privies, assigned or associate from further publishing or caused to be published the said defamatory words herein stated or any other similar publications about the claimant on the social media platform or any other manner which is capable of defaming the claimant, she stated. She, however, urged the court to order the defendants to pay her 100 billion as damages and 300 million as litigation costs, an order for payment for the sum of 100 billion as general damages, an order for payment of the sum of 300 million only as cost of action, she said. Meanwhile, no date has yet been fixed for hearing of the suit, having not assigned to any judge.
Senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that the content of breach of privilege has been
suspension immediately.